Scott, thank you for joining us. Something different this weekend. It's FA Cup week. It's always a great week on the calendar. What are your thoughts heading into that game?
Yeah, game we're looking forward to. I think it's nice to get away from obviously the pressures of the league. We go into the game with form. I feel we're playing well. Or we certainly did in the last game. And yeah, it's a game I'm looking forward to. Got full respect to them. They're a good side. Watched them in a lot of detail. Actually surprised me in many ways. I think they're a good side, and they're doing well in their league as well. So it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, and I suppose it must be a great feeling going into that off the back of a win, because you always want to go in full confidence with FA Cup week, because it's known for its big upsets and everything like that. So you want to be going into these games with full confidence, don't you?
Yeah, I think so, and I think like of late, I think we've been good in the last games. I do. I think that we've. I think we were unlucky at Shrewsbury in many ways. I think the officials didn't help us in a lot of ways. I don't want to make excuses, but they didn't. And certainly the Walsall game, I thought we were outstanding, possibly our best performance of the season. And then we go and beat a big club like Bristol Rovers in the last game 4-0. So we'll take that. Like you say, I think any game going in, whether it's the cup match or a league game, any game you go into with momentum is always a good thing and a good feeling. But yeah, we're in my opinion, a good place at the moment. You wouldn't think that we're in the bottom two if you walk around the building and hear the players and you watch the training. We're in a false position in everyone's opinion at the club. So we know what we need to do. We know what we've got to do to get it. And Saturday's kind of a bit of a break from the norm. But it won't be a break because it'll be a tough game, and we've got to roll our sleeves up and take on the challenge in the shape of Boreham Wood.
Yeah, and there seems to be a real buzz around the training ground, and it's been a theme when we've spoken to players after the games that they knew a sort of a 3-0 or 4-0 was only sort of around the corner, really. So it must be pleasing for them to sort of get that monkey off their shoulder in a sense.
Yeah, definitely. I think that you look at the games, a lot of the games we've played, we've missed some big chances. Our XG is, I think we'll be in the top. I think if we put away our XG goals, we'd have probably been in the top 10 or 11. So we know we've missed a lot of chances, but I think the pleasing thing for me is that we've made them chances. We've played some good football, and we've been dominant in a lot of the games, and we've got the ball to the final bit and not done the final bit well enough. So it was pleasing to see us do that on Saturday, albeit we missed a penalty. But it's pleasing to see us put 4 goals away. It's kind of about time, and hopefully we see more of that.
Yeah, as always with cup competitions as well, it provides chance for potentially some other players to play. But equally, I suppose we've just beaten a team 4-0. I suppose there's always almost an element of not wanting to change anything either.
Yeah, I thought about that, but I also thought that this possibly could be the first time that I've got the luxury of picking the same team, because there's no injuries from the last game, so I have to make a decision on that. We've got another day of training tomorrow, so I'll sleep on it again tonight. But yeah, it might be an opportunity for me not to make a change. But then again, like you say, it might be an opportunity for me to make 1 or 2 changes and have a look at some of the boys that haven't played so much. So we'll have to wait and see. But like I say, I've got to sleep on it again tonight. We've got another training session tomorrow.
Yeah, and finally, how much are you just looking forward to the game? Obviously, as we've mentioned, the FA Cup is always a great occasion on the calendar. There'll be over 500 Crawley fans travelling as well, so it should make for a good day, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it's from what I remember, it's a lovely pitch there. So looking forward to playing on a really nice pitch like we do at home. But when you go away from home, you don't always, and certainly we will be on Saturday. It's a nice little tight ground, if I remember. And yeah, it'd be a good one for the fans to come and hopefully see us win.
Yeah. Hi, Scott. Just how do you feel about the FA Cup? Have you got any good memories with it as a player or as a manager in the past?
No, not really. I think that I've always probably got to round 1 and probably no further throughout my career, probably as a player and as a coach. So not real great memories as such, but it's a competition that I'm fond of, obviously.
Yeah.
Growing up and watching some amazing cup finals when I was younger, it's quite a special competition in many ways. and probably lost its magic a little bit along the way. But I think that magic's come back a little bit now. And yeah, it's a game that I want to do well in. It's a competition I want to do well in. Like I said, I've never really had a brilliant cup run, certainly as a manager. So it'd be nice to tick that one off.
Yeah, and obviously with Crawley having a trip to Old Trafford in the past and the 3-0 win against Leeds, does that have a lot of special for the club as well? Do you feel?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. I think that there's people. We was talking yesterday to one or two people around the club, and they were talking about the Leeds United game, and and that was mentioned. So yeah, I think that you never kind of forget them games, do you? You know, it's almost like the Wembley game will never be forgotten. It'll be in the history books forever. And I think cup games are very much the same. So yeah, well, let's hope we have another run so we can etch that into the history books as well.
Yeah, I mean, you say there's no new injuries to the team. Obviously, people like Addy and that, are they coming nearer fitter? And how long have we got for Jay before he gets back? I bet he's itching to get on the field, isn't he?
Yeah, Jay's desperate to play. He's desperate to get involved. He's probably not done enough yet, and neither is probably Addy. Danny Cashman's got a fresh injury, which we're kind of monitoring as we go. Apart from that, I think we're not far away. Harvey is almost fit now, but has fallen ill this week, so whether he's involved or not remains to be seen. Apart from that, I think everybody else is pretty much there.
Good. That's it for me. Thank you.